Attention passionate Green Bay Packers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Green Bay Packers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Green Bay Packers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Green Bay Packers fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. Today we have some explosive developments coming out of the NFC North, and if you're a Packers fan, you're going to want to pay close attention because this could be a turning point for the team's defense and ultimately their playoff aspirations. Rumors are swirling about a blockbuster trade that could reshape the division, and it involves the Green Bay Packers, the Chicago Bears, and one of the league's most talented cornerbacks, Jaylon Johnson. This isn't just any trade talk. It's about a player who's been one of the best at his position in recent years and could be a key piece for the Packers moving forward. The Bears, sitting at an 0-5 record, are in full rebuild mode, with a cap crunch of around $14 million, and they're looking to shed assets to secure future draft picks. And that's where the Packers could step in, making a move that not only addresses their secondary needs, but also signals a shift in power within the NFC North. Sources indicate that the Bears are willing to part ways with Johnson, a Pro Bowler and one of the league's top shutdown corners, in exchange for a third-round pick in the 2026 draft and a backup wide receiver, potentially Jaden Reed. And let me tell you, this isn't just about filling a roster spot. It's about elevating the Packers' secondary to a new level. Because, when we look at Green Bay's current cornerback situation, it's clear that they need reinforcement. Kysaiah Nixon, who's been a bright spot at times, has had his struggles in coverage this season, with an alarming 68% completion allowed and 82 yards per target in 2025. That's not what you want from a team aiming for a deep playoff run, especially when facing elite offenses. The addition of Johnson, a player with a resume that speaks volumes, could be exactly what the Packers need to tighten things up and challenge the NFC's best. Now, Johnson, drafted in the second round in 2020 out of Utah, has established himself as an elite shutdown corner. His 2025 stats until September 15th are nothing short of impressive: 4 interceptions, 11 pass deflections, a PFF coverage grade of 92, 4, and a 40% completion allowed. That's elite territory for a cornerback. He's allowed just 4.6 yards per target, has 24 tackles, and has forced 3 fumbles. His career numbers are equally impressive: 15 interceptions, 82 pass deflections, and a career EPA per target of -0.20, which puts him in the top tier of NFL cornerbacks. What makes Johnson truly special are his instincts, comparable to some of the best in the league, and his ability to lock down receivers in man coverage. For a team like Green Bay, adding a player who grades at 91 in man coverage with only 1.8 yards of separation allowed is a game changer. And let's not forget about the injury he suffered in Week 1 of 2025, a hamstring tweak that limited his snaps early on, but he's shown resilience, playing full seasons in 2023 and 2024 without missing significant time. His advanced stats back this up: a 93, 2 overall PFF grade, a 21% forced incompletion rate, and an EPA per coverage of +0.18. Plus, he's a versatile boundary and slot corner, lining up in outside and inside coverage about 75% of the time. He's allowed just 3 yards of YAC per post and has an 81% success rate in press coverage, with a career allowing less than 0.9 touchdowns per season. That's a lockdown player, a true fortress on the outside that can match up against the division's top receivers, including the likes of Amon-Ra St. Brown, who's been a prolific producer in Detroit. But it's not just about Johnson. The Bears are motivated to make this deal because of cap relief, about $9 million, and the need to manage their pending extensions for DJ Moore and Montez Sweat. Their secondary depth includes players like Tyrique Stevenson, who's been solid with a PFF grade of 78.9, but the overall team defense ranks just 31st in the league, allowing 33 points per game. The offensive line has been leaking sacks, 4.8 per game, which is fueling doubts about their rebuild, echoing the 2022 teardown that left them in a difficult spot. Meanwhile, the Packers are sitting with around $12 million in cap space after their bye week, and they're looking to capitalize on this window to strengthen their roster. With Zach Tom sidelined for 4 weeks due to an oblique injury and Devont Wyatt questionable with a knee issue, the team needs all hands on deck, especially on defense. And this trade could be transformative. By acquiring Johnson, the Packers would significantly upgrade their secondary, which currently ranks 22nd in the league, allowing 65% completion rates. Bringing him in would reduce opposing quarterbacks' yards per pass attempt by approximately 16%, while boosting the interception total by around 5 for the rest of the season. This would translate into fewer points allowed, with the goal of keeping opponents under 20 points per game. Imagine pairing Johnson with Jair Alexander, a duo that could be described as an island cornerback pairing, capable of shutting down the division's best receivers. This would elevate the team's EPA defense by about plus 0.24, similar to what the Vikings achieved with the trade for Winfield last year, which improved their coverage efficiency by 17%. In terms of overall impact, a trade for Johnson would elevate the Packers' defense to new heights, reminiscent of the impactful moves made in the past, like Revis' arrival in New England in 2014, which helped turn around their defense just in time for a Super Bowl run. It would also bolster their chances in the NFC North, especially against division rivals like the Lions, who are currently 4-1 and looking very strong. The Packers' offense, ranking 12th with 28 points per game, would benefit from a stronger defense, allowing Jordan Love to play with more confidence and better field position, especially after the return of Watson from his hamstring injury. And looking at the betting odds, the Super Bowl LXI championship chances for the Packers have significantly improved. Odds have jumped from plus 6,500 to plus 3,200, with Johnson possibly serving as the X factor in cold weather playoff games, where coverage and lockdown corner play become even more critical. His ability to neutralize top receivers like Amon-Ra St. Brown, who's been a yardage machine for the Lions, would be invaluable in high-stakes playoff matchups. Furthermore, this move could push the Packers' NFC North title chances up by about 13%, according to 538, making them a much more formidable contender. All of this points to a strategic move that could define the Packers' season. By acquiring a player of Johnson's caliber, they're not just patching a weakness, they're building a fortress that could make them a nightmare for any offense they face in the postseason. It's a bold statement, signaling their intent to contend seriously for another Super Bowl, and it also sends a message to the rest of the league that Green Bay isn't just rebuilding, they're reloading. The secondary would become a true wall, capable of shutting down the division's best pass games and turning their defense into a key weapon. The Bears, on the other hand, are likely to continue their rebuild, stockpiling picks and assets, but they might regret letting Johnson slip away if he elevates the Packers' defense to elite status. So, in summary, fans, this trade talk isn't just idle chatter. It's about a potential game-changer for the Packers, a move that could propel them back into Super Bowl contention and reshape the NFC North landscape for years to come. Imagine the impact of adding a lockdown corner like Johnson, paired with Jair Alexander, creating a duo that opponents will think twice about throwing against. It's about elevating the entire defense, making it more aggressive, more disciplined, and more capable of forcing turnovers. And with the current NFL climate favoring pass-heavy offenses, having a shutdown corner can be the difference between a deep playoff run and an early exit. And now, Green Bay Packers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Green Bay Packers. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Green Bay Packers news.